Hello everyone, this is Kyle Tucker, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about winter pre-emergent. I'm going to share with you what I'm spraying, maybe share with you some rates and some tips when applying your winter pre-emergent. So it's the middle of January right now. You have a window of opportunity for your winter pre-emergent throughout the months of January and February. So you want to get your winter pre-emergent down because we're focusing on those summer weeds like crabgrass, goosegrass, some of those hot weather broadleaf weeds. So I'm going to show you the products that I'm using, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video. This is going to be more of a classroom type setting. So I'm going to throw up some words here on the screen and talk about the rates. So first of all, it's important to mention that pre-emergent is a chemical applied to the soil before weed seeds germinate and emerge. That's why it's called pre-emergent. You put this down before weeds emerge. There's a difference in post-emergent. Post-emergent herbicides are applied to weeds after they have already germinated and emerged from the soil. Of course, where you can visibly see the weeds. So the three products that I'm using all mixed together here for my winter pre-emergent mix is Prodiamine, Simazine, and 3D broadleaf weed herbicide. So let me go into detail. Prodiamine is the first pre-emergent I want to talk about, and it's really the main base of this whole application. So Prodiamine is a pre-emergent. We mix this at 16 ounces per acre or 0.37 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So the types of turf grass that you can spray Prodiamine on is centipede, St. Augustine, zoysia, Bermuda, buffalo grass, bahia. You can even spray this on fine and tall fescue, perennial ryegrass, creeping bent grass. But as far as overseeding goes, wait around 6 to 8 weeks before overseeding ryegrass. So I typically want to stay away from overseeding if I'm spraying pre-emergent or anything like that, but the label does say to wait 6 or 8 weeks. The next product I mix in is Simazine. This is also a pre-emergent, works a little bit on poana and some broadleaf weeds. Simazine actually has a little bit of a kickback on poana on those early stage sprigs of poana. Now, once poana reaches the seed head and you start seeing those little white fluffy seed heads on top, Simazine does nothing to that. But in the very early stages of POA, you can kind of hover around it, spray a little heavy on those early stage POA weeds, and Simazine does a decent job of knocking that out. And the rate for Simazine is 32 ounces per acre or 0.73 ounces per 1,000 square feet. The next product I use is a 3D herbicide. Now this is your post-emergent product. This works on broadleaf weeds, and this pretty much works on any broadleaf weed out there. The rate for this is 32 ounces per acre or 0.73 ounces per 1,000 square feet. Now the label turf grass says you can spray this on Bermuda and zoysia, which are the only two types of grasses that I treat personally, Bermuda and zoysia. But the label says you can spray this on dormant centipede, dormant St. Augustine, and fescue. So just be aware, read the label whenever you're mixing products like this. Make sure that whatever products you're applying is okay for your grass type. Now you can also mix in a non-ionic surfactant with this mix. Some people call surfactant a sticker. The rate for that is 4 to 8 ounces per 100 gallons, and I think you can technically even mix more than that. But the purpose of a surfactant is to help the herbicide stick to the weeds better. So essentially it just enhances the post-emergent weed control. So feel free to mix in some surfactant along with this. And the last thing that I'll say is that all pre-emergent products do require watering in. So whether rainfall or irrigation, just make sure your customers know this needs to be watered in. Anywhere between a ½ inch to 3/4 inch of rainfall or irrigation should be fine. Try to get that watered in within 2 to 3 days of application. And you want to avoid mowing the lawn until after it's watered in, because you don't want the mowers to remove the products that are sitting on the grass blades, and then the customer is just going to be wasting their money. So I appreciate you watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section and I'll get back to you. But just a reminder to get that winter pre-emergent done before the end of February. You want this down so that your crabgrass does not start to germinate. So that's really what we're targeting this time of year with our winter pre-emergent. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.